No, that's the wrong speaker. I've been told this is usually one of the only times in a married man's life that to be in the company of his wife. Sandy, my mother-in-law. And not to be interrupted. So I may give it some time. Apparently the groom's speech is supposed to last between 5 and 8 minutes. Those of you who know me well knows it takes me a lot longer to make that point.
2 minutes you have to sit down.
Very true, very true, very true. As mentioned before by Ronnie, today's wonderful festivities have only been possible thanks to the attention to detail and energy of my beautiful wife Alicia. I myself have slaved over one vital concern for many months now, and if I do say myself, going with the Asahi beer was definitely the right choice. We have a lot of thank yous to say. Firstly, to my beautiful wife Alicia for marrying me today. Because if you said no, when I proposed in Miami over 2 years ago, I'd talk to an empty room right now. Your kindness, sense of humour, patience are all qualities that I admire. Those traits encompassed with your breathtaking beauty and intelligence regularly put me to shame. I'm immensely blessed to have you at my side, facing the world together, as for the first time I can honestly say husband and wife. To say that I'm proud and lucky is a massive understatement. To love my life, and more than life itself, Alicia, this toast is for you. Alicia. Alicia. Moving on to the thank yous. Alicia and I would like to thank we'd like to thank those of you who have come from many distances, some shorter than others, but regardless, everyone we're humbled to have here today. Some of you have travelled in particular from far continents such as the United States, and I noticed they sit just a few feet from me. And again, like I said before, we're incredibly humbled to have you all here on our special day. Alicia and I are sure that the flowers you see around Hendel Manor Barn are to everybody's liking. Again, the bridesmaids, as my dear friend Gil will touch on shortly, and my dad. Stunning, all of them. Every one of you. Dresses, makeup, everything. Fantastic.
Thank you.
To Sandy, Irene, Mum and my dad, thank you all for everything you've done for us, kept us on the straight and narrow, for listening and most importantly bringing us up to be decent people. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you all. Thank you. Now, before my dad, my best man, speaks, I just want to say a very short paragraph in relation to him.
Oh, shit.
That as you're my best man, you continue to be an amazing man, friend and inspiration to Alicia and I, despite your wacky sense of humour, for which all my friends will testify that I've inherited from you. Thank you for always being there and guiding me through life's challenges. Irrespective, I'm immensely privileged and fortunate to have you among as parents, and now moving into Sandy and me, their family. May you please charge your glasses and raise a toast to the parents. Now, before I give the stage, if you will, to my dad, I just want to say the very last thing. My dad is a great guy, despite him having a bit of tear in a minute. And some of you will get to know that later on during today. The only slight drawback is that he tends to live in a bit of a parallel universe. So, with regards to his sense of humour and his stories, just humour him, don't encourage him too much, because some of them may not actually be true as what he makes out to be. I shout to my dad, my best man. Thank you all for coming.
it's almost impossible to follow that. This is not a film script, okay? But there are certain things I want to say here, okay? So forgive me if I'm just reading from this. I know it pretty well, but just forgive me anyway. Okay, for those who don't know me, my name is David, okay? And I'm the best man. It really is impossible to praise the groom too highly. In fact, while writing the speech, I found it impossible to praise him at all. People have often commented that Scott and I are like siblings. I suppose I take on the role of an older brother. Yeah, would you agree with that, sis? Okay. Organising seating at this wedding reception can be a tricky business, prone to get a bit political. As best man, I offered to step in and help Scott and Alicia. My idea was to use the wedding present list and put those who bought the biggest items near the front and work it to the back. The smaller the gift, simple as that. Whoever bought the toast rack, all right, isn't able to hear us because they're out there in the car park. Music, dancing, big dresses. It's a bit like Notting Hill Carnival here today, only with less of a police presence. Let's try and keep it that way, okay? All right. Yeah. Lots of photos today, of course. Photographers, videos, your own pictures as well. Oddly enough, it was exactly 3 years ago, on August the 11th, 2011, that Scott had his last significant photograph taken by the security camera at the Croydon branch of Dixon's mid-riot. How's the widescreen telly holding up? Okay?
The picture's kind.
Yeah, good. I've known the groom for a number of years, obviously, but Scott... But Scott likes to keep himself to himself, and so when it came to sitting down and creating this speech, I was a bit stumped. So I thought of getting some visual help by asking his mother if she had any cute pictures of Scott when he was young. I got a puzzled look and a confused reply. Pictures, yes. Cute, of course not. If you can open the envelopes that you've got in front of you that have been handed out, you'll see the cute pictures we're talking about. Scott is a cutie.
Oh.
This is Scott, 4 years old, just after having a bath. Okay? I didn't want to show the ones in the bath a bit too much. Okay, it may seem a bit odd to you that a father and son could be best friends, but I consider it life's greatest blessing. When I'm not going anywhere, Scott, and you can always count on me, I pass the baton now to Alicia. She is your new partner in life's adventures, and I'm confident that both of you will share laughter, love, and a passion for everything you choose to pursue, as long as you choose to pursue everything that Alicia wants to pursue. It's not often that a best man can say he's known the groom as long as his mother, but I can. Like all fathers, I never see my children grow up. It's not long ago I was bemoaning to a friend that Scott was a typical teenager. At that point, my wife reminded me he was 27. Scott has been a wonderful son to Pauline and myself, and at this point in our passing with him into another's keeping, we thank him for the 32 unbroken years of joy he's given us. I know he's 34, but we don't count those couple of years in the middle when he owned that blasted Rover 200. I'm overwhelmed with happiness that today my son is beginning the rest of his life with the woman of his dreams. Of course, I managed to marry the woman of my dreams several years ago, early in my life. But Scott can't be expected to outshine his excellent dad. The bridesmaids, all of you, look fantastic, of course. But if you think of trying your luck later on in the interview with them, remember Luis Suarez. You might get a nibble, but there'll be a hell to pay afterwards. Penultimately, let's thank Alicia's mum and nan for always supporting her, as was said earlier on in another speech. And the happy couple's friends from the good old US of A.
Way.
And now, we get to the toast. And I don't want to keep the happy couple any longer than have to, because I know they're itching to go upstairs, outside, and put their things together. Okay? Okay. So now please charge your glasses and be upstanding. The toast to the pre-bridesmaids and the beautiful flower girl. Don't they look fabulous? Bridesmaids and flower girl. Now, although that's the main speech from me, there are a few things on here that you can take a seat that I just want to run past you as well. This first one is to do with, and it's brief, it's not going to take a long time, okay? But I know this ends at 10 o'clock tonight, so we'll be here for the time. This is to do with Alicia, okay?